Hello everyone, I am Gattacus, and today we will be continuing our guided walkthrough for Breath of Fire 3. Last episode, Ryu and his new friend Nina played Ghost in the Graveyard in the Royal Cemetery of all places. This episode, the duo will look around the town of Wyndia for clues about Ray and Teepo. Now sit back and grab some snacks as we dive in. So where we at? Oh yeah, would you look at that? There's our buddy Nina, the little black mage. Oh yeah. She's gonna come out blasting sometime. Man, I forget how relaxing Wyndia's background music is, but here we are in the inn, and holy crap, is this guy Sten? You look very Sten-like. Hey, do I know you? Look, we'll both save a lot of money if we share a room, right? Wow, this guy's a dead ringer for Sten, right? Hey, what is your rebuttal, madam? Uh-huh, and next you'll be saying we should share the bed, too. I think you might just actually be Sten, and I think she's got you figured out. But anyway, let's head on out and explore this, big town of Wyndia. And by the way, yes, it is full of Wyndia mills. But first thing we're going to do is come up here, which looks kind of like the abyss. And this will take us to the upper town. Now, up here, there's not much to do, but there is some loot and a whole bunch of people. Like this lady. Hey, what are you doing, girl? Goods and travelers come from all around to Wyndia. Isn't a big city exciting? No, more confusing, and I am easily lost. So, good to know. And further up, this is the castle, but we really can't get in here. This is the castle, Wyndia. Yep, he won't let us in even though we have Nina. But that's fine, we'll get in there later. Hey, what are you doing? Why is the castle built on such a high place? Yeah, sure, that's a good question. They said that it dates back to the days when our ancestors could fly. I don't know why I gave them such like Eeyore voices, but well, this is what we've got. Yep, and there we go. There's some Wyndia mills right there. Woo, look at them spin. But anyway, down here we got these two yahoos. Looking out like this makes you want to travel, doesn't it? But you need the king's permission to cross the bridge. That is good to know. And are those birds interesting or something? When you look at them real close, pigeons are kind of scary. I mean, like the way their eyes are so vacant. Okay, well, she may be a serial killer, but in this building up here, we can grab some loot. In these cabinets are some bread, which, just minor HP restorative items. And this is a bread factory, I guess. What do you think about that, m'lady? Do you like bread? Well, I'm sorry, I don't work here. I came up from the cafe to buy something. Okay, that's cool. Dude, your buns are steaming. Aren't your hands hot? Kids are lucky, get to run around playing all day, and you just get to hold buns. And I'm not really sure, like, okay, so this looks like an oven, alright, cool, looks like they come out baked, but why are they just going in a bin? I don't quite understand that. But, oh well, that's what happens. Now if we come to the middle building here, we can find these guys. Hey, what's up? We got fresh baked bread for sale. It's delicious. Oh, I bet. Bread is like one of my favorite food groups. Hey kid, what are you doing? No, I want to play with Grandpa, not you. How about going to play with your friends instead of hanging around this old man? Good luck with that, guy. But anyway, in this middle building, we can get more loot, and it's another bakery. Yes, I believe Wyndia's claim to fame is bread. Oh, I would die happy here. We use the wheat from the McNeil village here to make the bread. That doesn't mean it's especially good or anything, but, you know, bread. And then this lady here will actually sell us bread. And I'm not kidding, look at this, she will sell us bread. I love that it's at a ratio of 1 HP per dollar. But we don't need any. We can actually just take some from these cabinets next to her. We'll get 2 more pieces of bread. Hot dog. Ooh, Hey, do you know how to make hot dog buns? That would go real good right now. The head baker here is pretty famous. They say people come from all over just for his bread. Okay, but I was asking about a hot dog bun for the actual hot dog I'm gonna eat for lunch after this recording. And then one more building on the south. Hey, m'lady, what are you doing? Well, this here is the trendy area of Wyndia, and the downtown area is downstairs. Okay, well, this looks more like an industrial park if you ask me, but what do I know? I'm just a kid. But in here, a couple more people. Oh, you have coffee? Oui, I always come here to get the fresh croissants. Okay. And then, yeah, little pathway back here. Grab a treasure. So, back here we can get a moxa. So a moxa is one of those items that raises stats, and that one raises willpower, which is okay. I mean, now that we have one, eventually we'll be able to duplicate it and get infinite, so make sure to hold on to it. But down here we got two more people. Don't you be touching everything with your dirty hands now. We're making food here. Okay, wash hands. Got it. Did you wash your hands? This is an oven for baking bread. We use the windmills for power to break the bread. Break? Don't you mean bake? Well, we'll ignore that typo for now. But we can go upstairs, a couple more people to talk to. How you doing? What with the bad harvest and all, we've had a hard time getting good flour for the bread. Oh, sucks to suck. And then out here we can keep on climbing on up. And more up, I guess. Holy cow. Old lady, how did you climb up here? We're able to make all the bread because we have the cats to catch the mice for us. Okay, right. Yeah, because bread is made from ground up mice. Got it. Sure. Hey, why are you being lazy? We Windians aren't afraid of high places. Probably because our ancestors were able to fly, I guess. Yeah, now you're all just lazy. But anyway, now that we've gone through all these buildings here, talked to the local yokels, we're pretty much done in the upper area. Time to go head on down to the lower or downtown district. Now down here, if we go to the northeast corner, it's just a huge cafe. Look at the size of this place. It's massive. It's even got waitresses, fancy guys in top hats. It's one thing to come all the way to Wyndia, but it's another thing to bring your accent with you. I have no response to that. What do you know? Looking for someone? Yeah, my friends. Well, a lot of people come to the cafe, you know, so... Alright, well, I'll look around. There are so many problems these days. Wyndia just doesn't feel safe anymore. Seems pretty safe to me. I tell you what, there's just too many people up here from the country. It's getting to be a big problem. Oh yeah, Miss Hoity-Toity over here. How about you, waitress? Where are you from? Well, we don't usually get that many kids in the cafe. There's a lot of kids playing downstairs, though. Ooh, hey, we got a lead. Do you know anything? Nobody's coming to take my order. Guess they figure they don't have to wait on a country bumpkin like me. Chin up, man. Hey, aren't you a soldier? Hey, I'm not goofing off, okay? I'm patrolling this here, sandwich. See? God darn it. I didn't want to talk to him again. Boy, I'm tired. I don't get any days off here except when it rains. Well, that sucks. And then, yeah, this guy over here. We're looking for someone. Teepo or Ray, was it? Never heard of him. Thanks. But if we come downstairs in this top building here, we can grab an ammonia from the cabinet. And this guy looks injured. Hey, what'd you do to your arm? Ow, ow, ow! Look, I got beat up by a robber the other day, I did. But I taught him a thing or two before he got away. Okay, I used to know some robbers. That robber sounded like some little good-for-nothing kid from the country, if you ask me. Hey, sounds like they may have been here. And then there's item shop just south of there, and nothing in here, and it's just a normal item shop. So if we check it out real quick. Yeah, just your everyday items, and we're doing pretty good on the item front. We haven't really used any, so I'm not really gonna buy any either. And there's a doggo behind the house. Bow wow indeed, sir. And then, we got a bum. I thought maybe I could find work or something in a big city like this, but guess not. Now, in here is a bit of a strip mall, and in the first building is a healing herb in the cabinet and a weapons vendor. Now, here at the weapon shop, I am going to load up on Nina for the moment. There are other items that we don't have yet, but we can't really afford them at the moment. That'll come into play next episode. So I'm gonna buy a mace for Nina, and that's it. Ryu's doing pretty good, so he doesn't need any right now. And then in the next building is an armor shop, and in here we're again going to deck out Nina. So we are going to get her the mage's robe with that real quick. And we can't really afford anything else. I would love to get her a gauntlet, but we're a little short, so I'm gonna have to sell some stuff. BRB. Okay, so I sold a bunch of Molotovs. I don't really think I've ever used them before. So I'm going to get Nina a gauntlet. Get her that defense. And then lastly, this building here is a bit of an accessory shop. If I could ever talk to that guy. Come on, Ryu. So he calls himself a general store, but it's a little different than that. So some things he sells is a Midas Stone, which is an accessory that raises gold earned outside of battles, the Talisman accessory, which protects against death attacks, and Life Sandals, which increases defense to status changes. Other than that, he sells things like the Molotov, Dynamite, Weather Vane, and Taser, which are all single-use elemental items. Nothing we want. We're probably not going to buy anything from that guy. Now, what we were kind of hinted at before from the cafe area is that there's a bunch of kids down here. And there are. First, we're going to talk to this guy. I forgot he was there. What are you doing? See this lamp? This here uses chrism to shine like that. Pretty nifty, huh? Yep, sure. And we'll learn about that later. But now there's a bunch of kids, and right now the only one we have to talk to is this one. Hey bud, have you seen a Ray and or Teepo around? Looking for someone? Hey, I know what that is. You know who I'm looking for? You're playing hide and seek, right? Not even close. Okay, you're it. You have to try and find us. Oh, come on, man. I just wanted info. Great. Well, let's go look for him. You say so. You're looking for Teepo, right, Ryu? And he's a kid too, right? So maybe these kids will know something about him, right? You know what? That's actually a good idea. I like you, Nina. Now, over here by the inoculation shop, which I'm probably never going to use either, it's just like Breath of Fire 2, where you can get an injection for temporary resistances or something. It's completely useless. Don't bother. But over by it, in the corner, is the first little kid. I didn't want to be found. Now I have to be it. Suck it up, Buttercup. And then let's see here. Our next little kid is all the way in the western corner by the general store here. That little girl. I never thought anyone would find me here. Well, I mean, you're kind of just like visible from this angle, so you're kind of dumb. The next kid is up here. Oops, sorry. The next kid is actually down here in the alley by the bum. Just hiding in the corner, doing a little better work. Oh, you found me, haha. Yep, found you. And then the fourth and final little kid is up here in the cafe behind the tree. There he is. Oh, how'd you find me? Because you're not really well hidden. You found everyone? Wow, you're pretty good at this game. Yeah, I know. Yeah, thanks. Now maybe you can help us. We're looking for some friends of ours. Like, have you seen them? Oh, well, you know, a little while ago, a robber broke into that house over there. And that robber was a kid about your size. Hey, that's kind of size I'm looking for. And what happened to that kid? What happened? He got beat up by the owner of the house and took off. Oh no. I think maybe he went down the road, but I don't know. Well, what do you think, Ryu? Could it be Teepo? Yeah, that has Teepo written all over it. Well, thanks. We'll try looking there. Come on, Ryu. Yep. And just like that, we have our marching orders to look down south, as it were, in a bit. We're not going to rush off there right away. We will head out of town, though. There's still some things for us to do. However, outside of Wyndia, in the Wyndia region that we are in, there are new enemies for us to go over. So, in this area, we will face off against the Tar Man, which remember is weak to fire and frost and strong to earth and status attacks. However, you can't really hurt him unless you first use frost damage, and that will weaken them. Thankfully, Nina knows that spell. Then there is Thunder and Volt. Both are weak to Holy and strong to Electric and Earth. Then the Nut Troop and Nut Mage. Both are weak to Fire. And finally a new enemy, the Nut Archer, which is also weak to Fire. However, you can learn the ability Target from them, which increases your chance to hit, but lowers your overall damage when used. So, I don't know, I'm not gonna get it. Have fun if you do. Anyway, so what we're going to do is ignore the combat for now, and we're going to head down this little way here, and at the end, we will be able to enter this unknown spot. And while we're here, we can pick up an item. So all the way up here in the corner of the castle wall is a treasure chest with a ginseng. And that will permanently raise someone's power by 1 point when used. Alright, now that we have that, there's one more thing to do, and that is to unlock a new master. And we do that by following this little pathway here, all the way to the end, and we can enter another spot. And in here, what we're going to want to do is enter the small wooden hut. And instead of a cow, we will find a man. This is Durandal, and he will become a master. And he will feign to be an idiot, and he is actually quite terrible. He is just awful for a master. However, we have to unlock him and learn all of his skills as a master to unlock a master in the future, which is actually kinda good. But for now, I'm going to assign Nina to Durandal as an apprentice, because I don't plan on using Nina unless I have to. So, going over Durandal real quick here, he has 0 stat changes to your level up, which is actually kinda nice, and he has 3 skills to learn. Unmotivate at 1 level up, which is a waste of a turn. Feign Swing at 2 level ups, which is also a waste of a turn and does nothing. And at 3 level ups, he will teach Backhand, which is a non-lethal, equally pointless attack. But again, we need to master and learn all 3 skills to unlock the master Hondura, I believe, in a future town. And that's where we're going to leave it off for a homework assignment. And that's right, we're going to spend our time in this area. And that's right, we're going to spend our free time leveling up Nina 3 times so that she can master all of Durandal's skills. Now, remember, keep track of Ryu's levels, because eventually he will start to learn skills for Bunyan, and yeah, we just may have different levels. Anyway, here in camp, we can talk to Nina. Hey girl, you're kind of close to the fire, you know? Well, I've never slept outside like this before in my life. It's kind of fun. You sure? But I suppose I shouldn't be enjoying myself until we find the others, huh? Man, you do you, girl. But for now, I think this is where we're going to call it quits, because we have our homework assignment. So for now, this has been part 11 of our Breath of Fire 3 guided walkthrough, where we explored the town of Wyndia and got a lead that Ryu's friends may be to the south. Stay tuned for the next episode as we head south and get into trouble. If you liked the episode, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, as it'll help the channel grow. Thanks.